Profit and Market Share, OCR National Level 2 in Business, Unit 1, Assessment Objective 2. By the end of this session, you should be able to identify a business with market share as an objective and discuss why this is a suitable objective for a business. However, we are going to begin with a recap on costs, revenue and profit. Costs are bills a business has to pay, and we split costs or bills into two types, fixed and variable. Fixed costs don't change with the number of customers that a business serves. So in a hairdresser's, rent, wages and lighting would all be fixed costs. So it wouldn't matter if they had one customer in there or they had the whole salon full, they'd still have to pay the same rent, wages and lighting costs. So somebody who worked on a Monday when they only had in a few old ladies for a blue rinse would get paid the same amount of money per hour as someone working on a Saturday when they'd be rushed off their feet. So these are fixed costs. They don't change with the number of customers. Fixed costs also don't change with the numbers of products that are made. Variable costs change directly with the number of customers or the numbers of products that are made. So in our hairdressers, shampoo, conditioner and other hair products would be a variable cost. The more customers went into the salon, the more shampoo, conditioner and other treatments they would need. If you add these two together, you get total costs. Sales revenue is the money that's made by selling goods and services, so the money that's in the till. Sales revenue is calculated by price times quantity sold. So if our hairdressers charges £30 for a cut and blow dry and they see one customer in a day, their sales revenue would be £30. If they saw two customers, it would be 30 times 2. £30 for the haircut times 2 people who had their haircut. That would be £60 sales revenue. 3 people, £90 for example. But this is not the same as profit. This is just money that's in the till. So to calculate profit, we have to take the money that's in the till and take off the costs or bills that a business has to pay. And what we're left with is the profit. So profit equals sales revenue take away total costs. If you remember, total costs are fixed and variable costs added together. So why would a business want profit as an objective? Well, profit can be reinvested into the business to help expand it or improve it, but profit is the reward to the shareholders or sole trader or partners that own the business. That's their reason for being in business. People don't start a risk, invest their money and time and effort investing in a business if they're not going to get any return, and profit is their return. So in a sole trader or a partner, this will be taken out as drawings, and in a private or public limited company, the money that shareholders get is called dividends. Dividends is their share of the profit. Market share is our second objective. Market share is the proportion of total sales in one market that go to one particular business. A market is a group of businesses that sell the same thing. So if we look at this rather outdated pie chart of the food retail industry, we can see that Tesco's has a 30% market share. That means that 30% of all the money spent on food in this country goes to Tesco's. So 30% of us do our weekly shop at Tesco's. So Safeway no longer exists. Safeway was taken over by Morrison's. So if we look that Safeway's market share was 12, Morrison's market share was 7, they're one business now, so Morrison's market share is now 19. Okay, that's 19%. So market share is the proportion of total sales in the market that go to one particular business. So how do we calculate market share? Our first step is to add up the revenue made by all of the firms in the industry or market. So in this make-believe example, there are 3 businesses in the market. Business A, their sales revenue is £25,000, as is Business B. Business C, their revenue is £50,000. So over the year, the total revenue is £100,000. So this market in total is valued at £100,000 revenue. So if we look at the share of that goes to Business C, we're looking at £50,000 compared to £100,000. So I'm sure you can probably guess that that's 50%. But how do we actually work that out? Okay, well, we first of all divide £50,000 by the £100,000 and multiply that by 100, which gives us 50%. So to work out market share, we do the sales of one firm divided by the total sales in the industry times 100. So sales of one firm, so business A, £25,000, divided by the total sales in the industry, in this example £100,000, and we multiply that by 100. So the market share of business A is 25%. This is quite easy to see on a pie chart. So why would a business want to increase their market share? Well, if you increase your market share, you will be taking customers away from your competitors. So you will be persuading customers to shop with you. That's obviously a benefit if you can become larger in size than your competitors. And also getting more customers will lead to more sales revenue. And if you're managing your costs properly, this will also increase profits. So shareholders, sole traders, partners are all interested in increasing their market share. So at the end of the day, they can get more profits. But if we want to prove that a business is focusing on their market share, we have to look at what they're doing to attract customers away from their competitors. So if we look at this one example of Next, we can see various things that Next are doing to attract customers and to try and win customers from other clothing retailers on the high street. So for example, as the arrow is showing, Next have a whole section on their website about offers. You can also see that you can order up to 9 PM for the next day delivery. So you can get the clothes, you can shop when you get home from work and get those clothes the very next day. So that's trying to persuade customers to shop with Next. You can also see that they've got an autumn and winter Next directory. So they're bringing out new ranges. They've got a Next iPhone app. So you can look at their offers, you can look at their clothes, their delivery terms, you can look at all those via your iPhone. So it's making it more convenient for customers to shop with Next. So all of these things are what Next is doing to win customers away from their competitors. So this is the evidence that Next are focusing on market share. For your coursework, you have to be able to explain what market share is, how it's calculated, why a firm would have market share as their objective, and then you need to identify a firm that does have market share and provide evidence as to why you think so. So you need to look at companies similar to Next, go and look on their website and find out what they're doing to win customers away from their competitors. Okay then, off you go.